Hey guys, Taylor here. I'm starting a new Let's Play of a game I found called Slay the Spire. This game is currently in early access. You can see down here it tells us early access build 9. This is December 2017. I've played a couple of runs of this game and I'm really enjoying it. I would describe it as kind of a deck building, sort of card-based roguelite, if you want to give it a genre name. I don't want to tell you too much about it because we're actually going to start with a brand new save file. I just recently reinstalled this on a different computer than I was originally playing it on. So we're starting from scratch. You guys are going to see all the new enemies, all the new cards, all that. I'll have a little bit of familiarity with some of it, but I haven't gotten that far yet. So we're going to explore this together. So let's go ahead and jump right in and we'll go through the tutorial rather than me explaining all the details to you guys. So it looks like there's 3 characters. We'll only have 1 unlocked for now. This one will be unlocked once we complete a run, and this one is not in early access, so I'll be interested to see kind of what that 3rd character is once this game is fully developed. So our character is going to be the Ironclad. Starts with 80 HP, 99 gold. The remaining soldier of the Ironclads sold his soul to harness demonic energies. He gets this cool bonus of burning blood. At the end of combat, heals 6 HP. So this is a pretty good skill because he can afford to take a little damage in each combat. It doesn't have to block every single thing, and we don't have to spend lots of time healing back up. So we'll see how that plays out for us. And then it's 6 unlocks remaining. This game has kind of a meta progression system where you kind of earn almost like XP as you progress, as you beat bosses, play elite enemies, manage to make it through a certain number of floors or a certain number of encounters, and we'll unlock new cards and obviously eventually new characters. So, let's embark. Level 1 Exordium. Alright, so the way this works is we want to make it all the way to the boss of this floor, or of this area. And we can kind of choose our path as we go. I'm going to avoid this path because it's a whole lot of enemies all in a row. If something goes wrong, we'll have no recourse. There is an elite enemy. We might consider going for him for the bonuses. And we could get close to him without making the final decision until here-ish maybe. This is a shop. We'll want to find some of those eventually, but not too close to the beginning. Looks like there's a treasure chest on each path. So let's see what our early options are. We can either get to here from one of these 3 paths, or we can head up this way. There's also another elite here. I don't know that it matters too much exactly which one I pick. I like to pick some that give me lots of choices, some variety. So I think I'm going to go this path. Then we get 2 monsters, a question mark, and then we have some choices for where we want to go next. Alright, tutorial time. Defeat enemies by playing cards from your hand. Cards require energy to play. Once you are out, end your turn. At the start of your turn, new cards are drawn, and your energy is replenished. Play defensive cards to gain block when enemies are about to attack you. Block reduces incoming attack damage, but wears off at the start of your next turn. During your turn, you can observe an enemy's intent above them. If an enemy is intent on attacking you, be sure to gain some block. Alright, I'm ready. First battle. Alright, so our deck starts out with some defend, gain 5 block, some strike, deal 6 damage. He's coming at us with 11 damage, so I'm going to go ahead and use both of these defend cards. They each cost us an energy. We get 3 energy. This generally does not change. We'll pretty consistently have 3 energy, unless we get lucky and get some sort of bonus that gives us additional energy. This isn't like Hearthstone or Magic where you're gaining additional mana or energy each round. We're really set to this is how much we can spend per round. We still got 1 left, so let's go ahead and ping him with 6 damage before we end our turn. Alright, so we blocked all but 1 of his, and remember we'll heal up 6p because of this burning blood at the end of the combat. So if we take 6 or less, we basically are still at full health. Alright, he's planning to block and attack us for 7 damage in one go. So, I should probably throw down a block to mitigate some of that damage. We have a couple here. We also have Bash, deal 8 damage and apply 2 vulnerable. And vulnerable makes creatures take 50% more damage. Since we're not really going to be able to outright kill him this turn, I don't want to just go full aggressive on him. So I'm going to throw down one block. And then the question is, do I want to deal 12 damage or 8 damage and a status to him? I think we're going to do bash. We're going to debuff him so our next attack will do some more. Unfortunately, it would be nice if I could deal another attack this turn, because it would do 50% more, but it does last 2 turns, so I'll get one more chance to take advantage of that status. Alright, so he deals 2 damage to us, and no more cards. If there are no cards to draw, your discard pile is shuffled into the draw pile. Alright, got it. Again, he's coming at us with 7. This time he's got 5 block, and he's vulnerable. So let's throw down 1 defense. We'll still take 2 damage from him, but I'm going to use the other 2 energy for a couple of strikes. Okay, so he's not vulnerable anymore, and he's going to buff and also block. So I don't need to block this round, because he's not going to attack. We'll bash him again, apply vulnerable again, and plus get through his armor. And then we got 1 more energy to strike him. I wish I could play 1 more, we'd kill him. But we'll make it through this round. So he's going to buff his strength, which is going to make his attacks more damaging. But if I can deal, let's see, 10 damage to him, I'm good to go. So bash, and he's dead. Dealt a little extra since he was already vulnerable. And we get loot. We get some gold. And after each encounter, we get to pick from 3 cards and add one of these to our deck. So this is where the interesting deck building mechanics come in. Let's see what we got. Shrug it off. 1 cost, gain 8 block and draw a card. 8 block is pretty good. And draw is good, but it does cost us an energy, so I'm not even sure that... You know, we're not guaranteed to have enough left to even play that card. Cleave is good, 7 damage to all enemies. So far we just fought 1 at a time, but that could be interesting longer or later on. This is gain 12 block and basically counter our attackers. I think I'm going to take this one because it's good in a pinch. See, this is nice for dealing damage, but we have some strikes, we have some blocks. Yeah, I'm going to take Flame Barrier. I don't know if that's the right call. We'll see. Alright, no choices here. Another fight. Ooh, so he's going to deal 10 damage to us. Oh, he also steals gold from us each time he attacks. Okay, so let's block what we can and set him up for taking more damage next turn. Interesting thing about these thieves is they'll steal some gold from us when he attacks. Boom. And eventually, if we take too long to kill him, he'll actually run away. So, with that in mind, do I want to block his whole attack? That would deal 4 damage to him. Plus 6, we'd do 10. Or we could deal 12 and block 5. Nope. I'm going to do Flame Barrier. Keep me safe while dealing a little damage. And strike him. Oh, I dealt extra. I actually dealt 9 with that because I forgot he was vulnerable. And we're still good to heal up at the end of this fight, which is great. So here he's going to deal 12 damage to us. Can we kill him? 6, 12, 18. He's not vulnerable anymore. So I wouldn't be able to get 23 damage on him, which means I'm going to have to defend what I can and then strike with the rest. Ouch. Well, we won't be able to heal back up to max this time. So he's going to defend this turn. So not really a strong need for us to block. These are basically worthless. So we'll bash and then strike for the kill. And we got the gold he stole from us, which is great. Some new gold. A poison potion. Drink or throw potions during combat. Potions stay with you between rooms. Alright, cool. And we get to pick a new card. Okay, it's going to tell us about power cards. This card applies a power to you when used. Powers are passive abilities that remain for the duration of the combat. So powers are really good because if you can get them out early in the fight, you You can pay for them once, and they last the whole round, the whole fight. So this one, the end of your turn for each attack played this turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies. So that's basically some free damage for every attack that we play, if we can get it out early enough. That's pretty good. Let's see what else we got. Headbutt, deal 9 damage, place a card from your discard on top of your draw pile. 9 damage for 1 energy is pretty good. 12 damage plus a debuff is pretty good, but it costs 2. So this is basically like 2 strikes with a debuff and only 1 card. I'm really drawn to this power, but that only works if we get a lot of attacks going. I'm gonna skip Headbutt for now. I actually think it's a pretty good card, but we don't have any amazing cards in our deck yet where I feel like pulling from our discard and adding to our draw is really the trick. I'm loath to pass Clothesline up, but it's a little expensive in the long run, so I'm going to take Fire Breathing. No more choices. We got a question mark, which we don't know what'll happen here. Sometimes it's a fight, sometimes it's a little written encounter like this one. You find a shimmering mass of light encompassing the center of the room. Its warm glow and enchanting patterns invite you in. Okay, so for 16 HP, we could upgrade 2 random cards. That seems worth it. I'm going to do it. HP is temporary. Upgrades are permanent. So upgraded Strike and our Flame Barrier. As you walk through the light, you notice that the light is absorbed into you. It's scorching hot. However, the pain quickly recedes. You feel invigorated, as though you received a well-deserved slap. Alright, let's check out our deck. Look at those upgrades. Upgraded Flame Barrier. So now it does 16 block and deals 6 damage to our attacker. So that's a great improvement. 4 additional block, 2 additional damage. Awesome. And then one of our strikes now does 3 extra damage. I would say that's worth it. Okay, here's where we have some choices. So, we go Enemy Unknown, and then either Elite or Camp. Man, these all come back together up here, so the long-term strategy is not as important. Unknown, Unknown, Camp. Merchant, I think, is not worth it. I only have 130 gold. I honestly wouldn't want to go with less than 200. I think we're better off aiming to improve ourselves. I'm gonna go this way. Gives me a couple of chances at elite enemies if I'm feeling solid about it. We'll see how our deck is looking and our HP by the time we get there. Alright, what do we have? We have the Cultist. He's gonna buff, so no need for a block. We'll set him up for taking extra damage and then use our upgraded Strike. 13 damage on him. Nice. Happy with that turn. Incantation. At the end of its turn, gains 3 strength. Huh. I wonder if that's end of this turn or end of every turn. I don't know. Plus, he's going to attack us for 6. Flame Barrier's decent, but it's a little overkill. It would deal 6 damage to him. I think I would rather take 1 damage, do 2 strikes on him while he's still vulnerable. Yeah, now we just need to do 10 damage to him on the next round. Shouldn't be too hard. Okay, so he gained 3 strength and he still has this buff. So if we keep him around, he'll deal extra damage and he will continue to buff. So if I can kill him, I don't need to worry about blocking. Can I kill him? I believe so. 12 damage right there. And we heal up 6, so our HP is not looking too bad. Get a little gold. Okay, got some cheap cards here. Enemy loses 2 strength. Exhaust means it can only be used once per fight. I don't love that. Anger is free. Free 4 damage. Plus, place a copy of this card into your discard pile, so we continue to get more of them. Gain energy in exchange for HP. I'm going to take Anger. As you make your way down a long corridor, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating about. No, upon closer inspection, they're tied to strings coming from holes in the ceiling. There is a quiet cackling from above as you approach the objects. What do? I don't need to heal. Max HP doesn't really matter to me that much because I'm honestly not at max HP that often. Let's see, we could receive a relic if we reach for the box, but then we'll have to add regret to our deck. At the end of your turn, lose 1 HP for each card in your hand. That's pretty tough, but these other boons just don't do it for me, so I'm going to trade a relic for this curse. Relics found throughout the Spire grant unique bonuses and remain throughout your run. They can be found by defeating powerful foes or within chests. Okay. You grab the box. Inside you find a relic. However, you really craved the donut. You were filled with sadness, but mostly regret. So what we got is we upgraded 2 random skills. That honestly probably wasn't worth the curse because the only skills we have in our deck right now are our blocks. So let's take a look at those upgrades. Yeah, so now we have 2 defense that gain 8 block instead of 5. I guess it could have... Oh, Flame Barrier is already upgraded. You can only upgrade cards once. And it was our only other skill card. The rest of these are attack or power. So, not the best, but we'll try to get rid of that curse card when we can. So now we have an interesting choice. I can go fight an elite enemy. Probably kind of kick my butt. And then we'll have to immediately fight another enemy before we get a chance to heal or anything. Or I could rest. Rest gives me 2 options. I can either heal up, or I can upgrade a card, which is actually what I would go do there. It would give me another chance at an elite. Or another chance at an upgrade, if we went this way. I'm loath to pass this up, but I'm going to go this way. And we can rest or smith. I'm going to smith. We don't have a great deck yet. It's pretty small still, only 14 cards. We can't upgrade anything that's already been upgraded. So let's see what our options are. Anger. So this is interesting because, again, we'll have lots of copies of it circulating if we start playing it often. And it's basically free damage, free damage, free damage. It would be doing as much as a strike, but with no energy. Could upgrade fire breathing. Oh, it would be free. Not worth it. 1 mana or 1 energy is not that bad. Bash, deal more damage, apply more vulnerable. Oh, I think I'm gonna upgrade anger and see how that goes for us. Proceed. Okay. If I take on this elite, I don't want to go this way, so then I'll immediately have to take on another treasure, another unknown, rest, enemy, rest, or unknown, rest, treasure, chance at an elite. Yeah, we're gonna go this way. I keep passing up these elite enemies, which, I don't know, maybe I'm passing up some good bonuses, but I don't know. Seems risky. Alright. So I'm going to take 5, 6, and 6. I need to block some of that if I can. And curl up. So if I attack them, they're going to apply some block. I could Flame Barrier. Can I block all of it if I do that? Not quite, but really, really close. Plus, I would hurt each of them, which might break their curl. And then I could still strike. Let's do that. And I'm gonna strike on this louse. I don't know that it matters. Oh, on taking attack damage, they do this. So I broke that guy's curl and got him dead. But they're gonna block once I attack them. Can I kill any of them in 1 hit? No. Okay. So let's see. I can actually play everything in my hand. Here's that regret card. I can't do anything with it. And anything left in my hand I'll take damage for. So I want to play all of these. Let's play our power. That lasts for the rest of the combat. So if I don't kill them in this round, it will still help next round. Do this. This is at the end of my turn, so he still has technically 4 health, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and block. And we'll go ahead and break his curl. I'm not going to take too much damage for them, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, 3 damage. And here we go. We'll end the fight here. $20 gold, another potion. Oh yeah, I'm bad at using potions. Okay, so I could always use poison or explosive. I gotta remember those. Another card to choose from. A power. Whenever you lose HP from a card, gain 1 strength. Nah, I don't have any cards to take my HP. I passed on that option earlier. Exhaust 1 card to draw 2 cards, but it costs an energy. Or deal damage equal to your current block. I'm hoping to get some more block going in my deck, so I'm gonna take Body Slam. It's a little bit of a weak card. Alright, we're going to rest again. I don't think we need to heal up. Let's upgrade another card. What happens if we upgrade Body Slam? Oh, it's free. That's appealing. The other option is to upgrade Bash. I think I'm going to do that. It costs 2 energy. I keep saying mana. It costs 2 energy, so having it deal a little bit more makes those 2 energy more efficient. Treasure chest. 71 gold and a relic. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dexterity. Dexterity improves block gained from cards. Okay. That's a little bit roundabout because first I have to use 3 attacks. Then I gain a single dexterity. And then if I use a block card, I get better block. But most likely I've already played my 3 attacks. So I won't be blocking until the next turn if I'm lucky. So that's a little bit convoluted. It doesn't pay off immediately. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Alright, I'm not passing on this elite enemy. He might kick my ass, but we do have some potions we can throw at him if we need to. These guys. Okay. Gonna attack for 8. And, oh, they all have this artifact. Negates 1 debuff. Okay, so like if I play Bash on them, the vulnerable won't actually help. He's going to inflict a negative effect. He's going to attack me for 8. I don't have a lot of defense. But I have a little. I'm going to play it. At least it was an upgraded block, so that'll block 1. I'll take 8. Always going to play Anger. Let's kill this guy first. He's got the lowest health. And yeah, we'll keep bashing on him. And I played 3 attacks, so I get 1 dexterity. And I guess that lasts for the whole fight, so maybe that's better than I'm thinking. Okay, so he put 2 wound cards in my discard, so when we shuffle back up, we're likely to draw some useless cards. Flame Barrier looks pretty good here because I can block both attacks and deal 6 to each of them when they attack. Bash deals 10 damage, but the vulnerable is not great because I think any of them I play it on will cancel it. Alright, let's go Flame Barrier. And then I can deal 17 damage to something. So I'm going to block both of these. So normally I would say kill this guy right off the bat. Which I could do with Body Slam. Now I'm wishing I'd upgraded it to be free, because then I could play both of these and that would be rad. But if I deal 17 damage to this guy, they'll both take 6 damage. That's risky, isn't it? Yeah, unfortunately I'm going to have to take this guy down. Better to have 2 enemies than try to hope I get lucky enough to kill 2 of them next round. Give them another turn to attack is always dangerous. Okay. Got my fire-breathing power. It's coming a little late here, but I think I'm going to be forced to play... Oh, not forced. I think I'm going to have to play it because it lasts for the rest of the match. And if I pass now, I won't get a chance to use it. Yeah, I'm going to play that. I'm going to play my upgraded defense, which is even better because of my dexterity. But I'll still take 7 damage here. And, you know what? This strike is not that great right now. I'm going to block the full damage and see what else I get. I guess, you know, almost the full damage. Take 1 hit. Okay, we got some good defend cards. We really only need 1 of them because this guy's not attacking. So let's play that. Let's play our free damage card. Let's play our strike card. And sure, we'll play another defense since we have more energy. Dealt a little bit of fire damage to them at the end there. Ooh, stacking up wounds in the discard. Probably going to draw several of those soon. Oh, no. Alright, again, bash is really just 10 damage because they'll cancel it out. Flame barrier is pretty great. It deals 6 damage to this guy and blocks that attack. What's my other option? 9, 15. Technically could take him out. I think I should do that instead. Plus I'll get this bonus for future blocks. Yep. Oh yeah, and I get 3 free damage on him. Forgot about that. More wounds. Again, I'm sure I'm going to see some. There's a couple. 2 wounds, my regret card. Gotta get rid of that if I can, because it's going to deal a lot of HP. Since I can't get rid of these wounds, it's going to deal at least 3 HP damage to me. I only have, well, 1 choice. Can't block this 8 damage. Can't do anything with this because it deals 0 damage. If I had a 3rd one, I would play it just to trigger this, but it doesn't matter. Oh! It did matter. I should have played it because this guy triggered, and I lost an extra HP since it was still a card in my hand. I should have caught that. Okay, well, I got not much I can do here, so we'll block. Play our free damage. Play our strike. That's all we got. We'll definitely win this fight. But we're going to be lower on HP than I would like to be. Okay, this defense card is only useful in pumping up our body slam, since he's not actually going to attack us. But useful enough to pump up our body slam and win the fight. 28 gold. Got a blood vial. Ooh, at the start of each combat, heal 2 HP. So that's great. So at the start, we'll heal 2. At the end, we'll heal 6. Got some good healing going on. Okay, we already have fire breathing. It'd be nice to stack that, I guess. Reckless charge, gain 1 vulnerable and deal 9 damage. That's not worth it to me. Honestly, anger does almost that much for the same price. And, doesn't debuff us. So I'm going to take bludgeon. It's expensive, but dang, throws down a lot of damage. Ooh, we got a lot of guys. So this is when I'm wishing I had that cleave card. If I could deal 7 across all these guys, because I'm in a little bit of trouble. They're about to deal, let's see, 26 damage to me plus a negative effect. And this guy gains strength each time he takes attack damage. So what can we do? We could kill him outright, and then we'd still take a lot of damage. We could block... Ugh. Could block 2 guys, basically, and throw a strike down. Man, oh man. Alright, I'm gonna have to defend. My HP is not solid enough to just be taking him on the face. We're gonna try to get rid of this guy. He's got low health and high attack, so he seems threatening. I consider going after this fat gremlin, since he attacks and debuffs. with weakened. Ooh, that actually sucks. That means our attacks deal less damage. We still took so much damage that round. Okay. We've got some good options here. Oh, anger is not very good because I'm weakened. But, oh, it's not even enough to kill this guy anymore. Dang. I could kill him with this. Waste the vulnerable. I think a better option is going to be defend, body slam. And we can still play anger. So I can deal 9 damage to someone. That's not much. Is that enough if we combine these? 13 damage. Just shy of even killing this guy off. Alright. This is not a great play, but I'm going to deal 9 damage to this guy to avoid his 9 damage. And then I'm going to deal 4 damage to this other sneaky gremlin. And we get an extra copy. Okay, blocked most of that, maybe all of it. I wasn't paying close enough attention, unfortunately. Okay, so we're gonna play fire breathing, strike, unless I was thinking if I should play all 3 attacks just to trigger this guy, but I don't think so. I think I'd rather focus on getting these guys dead. And this deals damage to all enemies, so it's pretty powerful. So we'll play that. This 6 damage strike and 4 damage strike we can use to take down this guy. So now we're only taking 8 damage, which is a little better. Oh, he's gonna weaken me again, though. So the way weakened works is I think that he just increases the timer. No matter what, it only does 25% less damage. It doesn't really stack. It just lasts for another turn, which is crappy. So Flame Barrier would be decent. It would prevent 8 damage, plus deal 6 to each of them. Honestly, I wish I had Body Slam in this group, so I could Body Slam with this 16 block. Other option is to gain 8 block. I really would defend both of those and have additional energy, but the only other thing I could play would be more defend. So, Flame Barrier and Strike. I'm avoiding hitting this guy because his strength will go up, making his attacks more powerful if I start whittling him down. I'd rather take him out fast once I start attacking him. The fire breathing does some ping ping damage on him without increasing his strength, so that's kind of nice to wear him down like that. Alright, we got Anger, 4 damage, perfect to take care of this guy. We got Bash, which is 7 damage plus 4 damage. That should do it. And technically this I think will do 6 damage, yeah, because I made him vulnerable. Whew. That was not a tough fight exactly. Sorry about that. That was not a tough fight exactly, but it did whittle down my HP more than I would have liked to see. Okay, out of potion space now, so I really gotta use those. I should have used one of those right away. That explosive potion would have been the perfect solution. I'm sure one of you was yelling that at me the whole time. Sorry, can't hear you. Twin Strike. 5 damage twice. That Rupture card again I'm gonna pass on. Flex seems great. Basically adds 2 damage to all my attacks for a turn. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. We need to rest. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to smith this time. We need the HP. Even then, we're only just over half. Here we go. Explosive potion is happening. Trying to see if any of these things matter for it. I don't believe so. Nice. Okay, Flame Barrier will actually kill all of them. That's amazing. And for good measure, we will Body Slam this one. Easy fight with that potion. And that fire barrier. Boom. 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 And we still got defense left over. Plus we get that extra total of 8 HP that we got just from fighting here without losing anything. So that was a great fight. Another anger card. Really be pumping those out. Less enthused about that. I think dealing 4 damage. It's good because it's free, but I don't want it stuffing up my deck too much. Gain 7 block and exhaust a random card in your hand. That's tricky because exhaust means it's removed, right? I don't get to choose which one. So I think I'm going to take Sword Boomerang, 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. If it's against one big guy, it's going to be 9 damage right off the bat. If it's against a lot of little guys, that'll be helpful. It might get spread out too much, but that's luck of the draw. It's cheap, and if we can flex before we play it, we'll bump each of those up to 5 damage 3 times. So that'll be really powerful. Combos, those multiple attacks combo pretty well, I think, with strength bonuses. Okay, doesn't really matter where I go here. We'll go here. Alright, so we've seen these guys, these louse. Low HP, but as soon as we hit them, they're going to curl up and add some defense. I'm about to take 11 damage. I could bludgeon one of them to death, but that's all I could do. So instead, I think I'll do block. And I'm going to spread the damage out a little bit, because when their turn is over, their defense will expire, or their block will expire. Weaken, that sucks. But I blocked most of their damage, took 3 right there, not too bad. Flame barrier is great. That's happening. We'll flex for free. We'll anger on... Interesting. Why does it still say 3 damage? I thought since I took strength... Oh, because it balances out with weakened. So it doesn't actually improve things. Trying to think what the best move is here. I think this. And then... this. This guy won't quite die. But I won't take any damage. That guy will be dead. Yeah, now as long as we get a strike or anything really, we got that in the bag. I was worried there for a second when I saw those 2 blocks come up. Alright. And thankfully we used a potion, so we can take this weak potion. What do we got? Thunderclap. Deal 4 damage and 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Deal 12 damage. Can be upgraded multiple times. That's nice. Most cards can only be upgraded once. Deal 9 damage and draw 1 card. Let me check my deck. If I was going to upgrade something, could make this free. Could make this do more damage. Could make this do more strength. I don't know what that is if I upgrade it. Because I'm thinking this is really only good if we do actually upgrade it multiple times. 12 damage for 2 energy. Not great. 9 damage plus a card. Tempted. I'm really tempted here, but I'm going to take Pommel Strike. Alright, we're almost to the boss of this level, so let's go here. Now the question is, do we want to rest? It would get me up to perfectly full HP. I think I'm going to risk it and upgrade a card, because a card lasts way longer than 24 HP. And let's see, Pommel Strike. Oh, draw 2 cards. That's interesting. 4 times, does 10 additional damage. That's nice. Since it's a full 3 cost, it really makes it better in that way. This is really only good if I'm pumping up block, and I haven't added that many block cards to my hand. Flex could double the strength bonus, but I think I'm gonna take this. Bludgeon. Alright, time for the final boss of this level. We'll definitely throw some potions at him. Who are we fighting? The Guardian. So he intends to block and buff, but after he takes 30 damage, he will change to a defensive mode. Okay, powers need to come out as early in the fight as possible, so that's happening. Don't really need my defend unless I'm going to play body slam. Which actually might be my best bet, because otherwise I have to play strike and then defend anyway. So defend, and body slam does a little more than strike, so we'll play that one. Not a great opening. I wish that this armor stuck around, right? It's going to expire after this, and since he didn't attack me, it was literally useless. Okay. This is gonna hurt. He's gonna deal 32 damage to me. I have no block. I could deal 42 damage to him, but that... We're gonna have to play Pommel Strike and draw a card, hope for a block. Nope. Could deal 9 damage, 6 damage. This is happening. Sucks, I can no longer play that, so... 6 or 9. Okay, and then, thankfully, I dealt enough damage. I dealt enough damage for him to change modes. Oh, okay. So, he's gonna buff instead of attack me. The buff sucks, but I'm so glad to not be taking that much damage. So, had I known that was going to happen, I might have just thrown Bludgeon at him right off the bat. I'm not worried about trying to draw a block card with that Pommel Strike. Okay. Flex is free. We'll play it even though, I don't think it's going to matter for us this time. We could defend once, strike once, but we have 3, so we're going to defend well. And strike. And even though he's got a sharp hide, he dealt 3 damage, but we were able to block it. And we'll also block the 9 damage he's about to do. What is this? Ah, yeah. And then we also get to deal 6 damage, counter damage. Okay. So Body Slam would deal 9 if we throw this on. Plus, we would prevent half of this. And then be able to throw another 6 damage at him. Or 10 damage plus vulnerable. Plus defend. Block. Body Slam. Strike. Body Slam does almost as much as Bash. I'm missing out on that vulnerable. Bash just seems a little expensive to me. He's really pumping the damage out, which sucks. He's about to deal 20 to us. So let's just empty out our hand. 9, 6 more. This, we want to have as few cards as possible, which is good for this draw, since we can play everything in our hand. And that's it. Took the 1 damage from Regret, dealt some fire damage from our fire breathing, blocked most of his attack. I'm not too... I'm pleased with how that went. Okay. He's not gonna attack, so we're gonna skip Flame Barrier. Strike, Strike, Sword, Boomerang is 9, 15, 24, or 42 damage. No contest. And we get him out of his attack mode. He's sharp again, so he's basically going to counter damage us. Definitely play Flex. He's going to deal 9 damage, and I'm considering just taking it on the face so that I can play these two. Definitely this gets played. Yep, I'm gonna play Bludgeon. I think it's the best play here. Alright, he's gonna deal 16 damage, so probably want a Flame Barrier. Can I kill him though? 6, 12, 22. Better play is probably Flame Barrier, Body Slam for 17, Anger, and his counters are taking down some of this, so I'm still going to take 8 damage from him, but I think that was the right play. We can probably take him down next turn before he murders me. So he took some counter damage from my Flame Barrier, and I only need to deal 1 damage, and there it is. Alright, we beat the Area 1 boss. Got a good chunk of gold, and one more card for our deck. Whenever you gain block, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. That's pretty good. I think we're going to take Barricade. This is lame. At the start of your turn, lose 1 HP, draw 1 card. I mean, I would take it if it was offered to me, not next to these other powers. But Barricade means that we can pump up things like Fire Barrier or whatever it is, that's like 17 block or something crazy. And even if we're not being attacked that turn, it'll roll over. Basically, it bumps up our HP more regularly. So I'm definitely taking that. It's expensive. So basically have to use up a turn at the beginning of a fight just to get that on the board, get that power pumped up. But I think it's worth it. And we get our boss chest. We get to choose a relic. Astrolabe. Upon pickup, choose and transform 3 cards, then upgrade them. So transform cards become a random card of any rarity. So basically taking cards you don't like, transforming them into something at random. We have no idea what it will be. So I might do that with Regret, see if I get a better or worse curse. Maybe Sword Boomerang. I'm not super happy with that card. Maybe Body Slam. I don't think I like that. I think I'm going to pass on that. This one. Obtain a potion, which I didn't use any of my potions, even though I said I was going to. So we wouldn't be able to keep the potion. 30 gold, max HP, and a card. Or 3 curses and 3 relics. Wow. 3 relics is really good. 3 curses could be really debilitating. I have lots of gold. I don't care about the max HP, so this really shakes out to being worth a card. I'm going to risk it on this 3 curses and 3 relics. Wish me luck. Okay, so this is not too bad. It's ethereal, which means it's exhausted once it shows up. This one, not too bad. It just hangs out. It's hard to get rid of. Same with this one. Those honestly aren't too bad. I also got, if you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. Maybe not great for my strategy, but could be really good on turns when I don't have any block cards. Regular enemy combats are no longer encountered in question rooms. That's nice. And Toolbox. At the start of each combat, add a random colorless card to your hand. So that seems pretty good. Alright, so level 2, which we will check out in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys.